Welcome back to Frankly Speaking here on WYDC TV Big Fox. I'm your host, Frank Aiken. We are broadcasting from the Hesselson studio, and this is the Steuben Senior Services Fund section of the program. And I'd like to talk today about India Day. Welcome to our guest. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
We talked about India Day last year. How'd it go last year?
Last year was very interesting. We had rain and thunder warning, but we all moved to the garage and made it happen.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So, yeah.
Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, not this year. So let's start off first for those wondering, what is STICA?
STICA stands for the Southern Tier Indian Cultural Association.
Okay.
And we are a community basically built by the local subcontinent Indians, specifically South Asian community.
Okay.
And it started off as just a group of families that had just moved to the area, trying to revive their culture and teach their children who were all born here about their home country.
Sure.
And it started off just a few families gathering up to celebrate some festivals and just some events together. And then eventually the members decided to make an association, and then they became a nonprofit and started the official process of running a nonprofit that represented the Indian community here in our area.
That's not a fun process, I don't think.
No, it's not, and they have still done it, and we still have one of the founding members on our advisory even today.
How long ago did it start, ballpark?
Thinking like in the 80s.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah,
so it's been a long...
the 80s, I would say the mid-80s, late 80s. I don't really know the exact timeline, but STICA's definitely been around for quite a few decades in our area.
Now, where did the idea for India Day, which is actually coming up on August 17th at 4 o'clock right here in Centerway Square in Corning, where did that idea come about?
So,
sure. So I was part of the first India Day, which was right around the same time frame in 2005.
Oh, okay.
And it started as an idea that STICA had explored. Eventually, when I came to the community in 2001, I remember it was only a members-only association where you needed to be a STICA member to attend the events. You could do a non-member fee for, food and events and things, and it was only internal events that was only for the Indian community. But then there was a lot of conversation with people from my generation that felt that our children are born here, and we need them to also incorporate their friends and our other friends, and everyone was interested. We love hearing about your Indian culture. We love your dresses and stuff. And we started this conversation. It took a while for the idea to come to fruition. So eventually the association decided that a festival like India Day should be created right around the time where India celebrates their independence.
Oh, interesting.
So our Indian Independence Day is on the 15th of August. And India got its independence from the British Empire in 1947 that year. And so that's how the process started. And so we decided that we would partner up with the Gaffer district and open up the event not just to our community, but to everybody else. And I would say that we had a very successful event that year. We had, I think, a crowd or attendance of at least 300 to 350 people that year.
That's great.
We had a whole bunch of things going on. We had a vendor come from Rochester and give us Indian food. We had a cultural event going on. Back in those days, we had a morning event. We started at 11 a.m. and finished at 3 p.m.
Oh, wow.
So, yes.
And now you're not even starting until 4 p.m.
So, yeah. So I moved to Corning in 2019, and I saw from Portland, Oregon, and I saw a huge India Day there in Portland too.
Yeah.
This India Day is very intimate. It's close. It's very dear and bonding. My first experience was 2019, so there was COVID. So first India Day I came to was 2022.
Okay.
And for reasons personal, I came very late. And everybody was packing up the food and everything. But then the organizers, Nitya, Jaya, Dipali, they went the extra mile to bring the food out for me and my family. So that was my introduction to Corning's STICA Day.
And you've seen it grow through the years. Does the numbers get bigger every year?
They do, actually.
Yeah.
And we also end up getting quite a lot of engagement from the local tourism aspects, where we have people that are visiting the Corning Museum of Glass, and they're on Market Street to either eat a snack or a lunch, and then they're like, oh, this is interesting. So I remember in 2021 we had I think it was our first event after COVID. We had a break, And we came back and we opened up the dance floor right after the event, and we had a whole bunch of people dancing with music playing.
Yeah.
And we had two ladies that were visiting from New Jersey that just were walking around, and they happened to be Indian, and they were like, "Oh my God, there's like Indian music in the middle of the square." They just joined us and started dancing,
Oh,
and
isn't that fun?
we ended up having a new set of friends that we made. And I think the event has grown. We've been really very blessed that we've had very gracious media coverage from all the news stations here. We've had people actually asking us about the event, and I know Corning has been very integral in helping promoting our event as well within their networks, and even the tourism websites. We offer our information to everybody from the Arts Association to everyone, and they've also helped us grow our event. We've had people asking for participation outside of our Indian community, which is a very, very big compliment to our event.
Now, if someone hasn't attended before and they're looking to go on August 17th at 4 p.m. at Centerway Square in Corning, what can they expect?
Shoma?
So we have food from a local vendor. By local, I mean Rochester. Hyderabad Biryani has always been a strong partner. We've also worked with many vendors, but this time it's Hyderabad Biryani. There's good food. There's good cultural program. There will be arts and crafts stall, so you can engage on multiple fronts: food, culture, dance, and art. And the dance, of course, they will have an open dance floor. So as soon as the cultural program is over, when we are having food, we will also have a lot of Bollywood dhamaka type music that people can just dance to.
Sure. Now, I'm sure this isn't possible without sponsors and volunteers, and we don't need to go through the whole list of your sponsors, but people can find it at the website on the right on the screen. Do you have a lot of volunteers? Is it your organization that pretty much puts this all on, or do you have outside volunteers?
So we have a strong group of board members. We have, very new members, new Indians coming into town who are extremely eager to volunteer. We are, in terms of sponsorship, we get a lot of help from Corning Inc., who are buying tickets, including, Corning Inc., Guthrie, Y. So a lot of local businesses are buying tickets for their, employees or members. So, and then we get sponsorship from Allsworth, from WJ Farmers, from Metadine, and including other individual sponsors in our community.
Well, it's getting right down to the wire. Is the planning going well for this year?
Yes, that's
Are you
always
gonna be ready?
the last stretch. It's we have a strong team, so we are working together.
Absolutely.
There
yes.
is the last stretch aspect of things. It is intense, but it is super fun.
How can someone find out more if they're interested in becoming a member of STICA?
So we have our website. We also this year we did a major flyer drive. So we have flyers posted all across.
You sure do. I see them everywhere on Marcus Street.
The India Day by itself is very popular amongst the community here. When I reached out to Corning departments, they were like, "Oh yeah, absolutely," and with India Day, with the flyers, with more advertisement, with your help, we hope to reach out to the larger community here.
And can people find a schedule of the whole day's events on the website?
Not yet.
Not yet.
So at the moment, we're still working on our itinerary and our agenda.
Oh, sure.
But however, once we get like a rough agenda, we have a program already scheduled. We're just trying to work on the time slots, depending on 100% participation to confirm that they're all still in. We're also working on getting the audios together to make sure that everything plays on time.
Sure.
So yes, we will have like a rough agenda with just basic timelines. There will be even a flyer that will be on strategic locations, telling us what time the food is going to start, things like that. And we will have MCs making announcements. But yes, we will have one copy of the basic, I would say, a skeleton agenda for the community on our website as early as next week.
And one of the things is we want to keep a surprise element,
Yes,
maybe.
that too.
And
Of course.
and then one of the things that we are having with our culture program is it touches upon all the states and diversity in India.
Yes.
And so that's going to be kind of revealing in terms of the variety and the diversity that we have in our country.
Absolutely.
We're
also working. Sorry.
No, you're okay.
We're also working on a very, I would say, a concise yet explorative and informative and culturally vibrant program with variety. So we want to be able to offer our local community a glimpse into not just Indian culture, but also how Indian culture has been a part of us as immigrants living, away from our home, how we've managed to incorporate that and build a community which is inclusive, is welcoming, we're open, and we would love to share more about what we do here and open it up to more people. So we're looking at collaborating as we go forward with other community groups if they're interested in partnering up and doing something together to help build a stronger community.
Now, would you recommend people buy the tickets ahead of time, or can they wait till the day of?
I would recommend buy ahead of time. It helps us with our planning. We will have walk-in tickets, but again, it always helps if you buy ahead of time. We have our website, we have QR codes, so if you can buy ahead of time, that'll be super helpful for our organizing.
Okay, so the final question, this is the tough question. On August 17th at 4 p.m., Centerway Square, Corning, what are you looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward to a summer Saturday evening outing with the entire community.
Yeah.
And food, dance, lots of dance, and
taking it all in, enjoying the day.
having fun.
Yeah. Same?
I'm looking forward to, first of all, the weather gods being gracious to us. Even though we did pretty much pull a very good emergency plan last year, thankfully, with the Gaffer District, that were so helpful in helping us adapt our program from a stage environment into a parking garage. And also have to thank, I would take this opportunity, especially for last year and even this year, to thank all the community members that pulled in together last year, our participants, our coordinators that actually have been working tirelessly all these months to put together a really beautiful program for our community.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Thanks so much for being on the show this morning.
Thank you.
Good luck.
For having us.
Good luck on August 17th at 4 o'clock, Centerway Square in Corning. We'll be right back with Frankly Speaking here on WYDC TV. Big Fox, stay with us.